Hey you guys, it's Britt. Today I wanted to come on and share with you guys some of my favorite posts from the Without a Crystal Ball Reddit page. I think that there were a couple worth sharing, so if you're interested, please keep watching. Okay guys, so most of you probably know about this Reddit page. Some of you might not. I've mentioned it a couple times. It's come up in live streams, and I have gotten a couple people like, what is Reddit? You know, people don't know what Reddit is, which is totally understandable. I didn't know about Reddit until a few years ago. I was sort of, I guess, late to the Reddit train or whatever you want to call it. However, when I made my first Katie Joy video, people were talking about this Reddit page, and oh man, it is a gold mine of information, screenshots, clips from videos that she's done. And what it's basically doing, while I think that a lot of it can be looked at as just poking fun, a lot of it is actually shining a light on her really problematic behavior, lies that she's been caught in, you know, the whole tweet and delete that a lot of people like to do. They'll catch it before she can delete it. And Reddit is not only for Katie Joy. Like, there are a lot of YouTubers who have Reddit pages, so this is not like something that's unheard of. However, I do think that the people that run this Reddit page are definitely all over Katie Joy and showing people who she really is. The video clips I will not be putting in my video because I don't want any trouble with copyright claims or anything like that. But there were some other things. I will link this site in my description box if you guys want to go look at it for yourselves. But there were a couple things that I saw that I just wanted to share. So I will throw screen grabs up on this video so you guys can read along. But like I said, I will have a link to the site down below. So evidently, this was posted 5 hours ago. I'm filming this on Sunday evening. Today is October 4th. So evidently Katie posted in her Instagram stories for people to ask her questions so that she could answer. Someone said, "Not a hater. Really just curious about what you think of the sub on Reddit with all their proofs about you." They were asking her about this exact Reddit page that I am on. And she replied, "There isn't proof. Do people not like me? Yes. Do they have opinions about me? Yes. Does it make it true? No." Well, here's where the debunking comes in. And I'm going to try to do this for posts that I feel like I can chime in on. As far as definitive proof of some of the stuff that they have on here, it is actually proof because it's either things that she has tweeted, commented, said in videos, and if you take that directly from the source, which is either her Twitter, her Instagram, or her YouTube video, in my opinion, that is definitive proof. So, you know, these aren't things that are just being pieced together and made to make her look bad. These are things that are being taken directly from something that she has put out on the internet, and either she's caught lying about it or she decides to delete it so she thinks that it'll go away forever. Anyone with a brain should know that that's not how the internet works. That's why you have to be so cautious on what you put out, especially as a YouTube creator, YouTuber, whatever you want to call yourself. When you're making videos and you're putting stuff out there, you should really stand behind what you're putting out there. You know, if you make a statement in a video, try to do your best to make sure that you stand behind it. You know, I learned the hard way where early on I want to clarify this. I'm not saying that Katie is the worst person ever because she might have made a couple mistakes here and there. But like I learned early on, I came onto my channel and I said, hey, this channel Without a Crystal Ball is really great. She's putting together all this information. And then I realized that I no longer wanted to support her. So I made a video saying I no longer support her. So that being said, I think that you just, you know, as a YouTuber, You have to try to make an effort to make sure that the content that you're putting out there, do your best to stand behind it. And if you no longer stand behind it, then come out and make a statement or make a video. Don't just delete it and think that people are going to forget all about it. Another question that she got was, someone said, love your channel and found it a few months ago. I wish I could sleuth like you for a living. Goal. So she replied, LOL, I definitely love to investigate. I wanted to be in the FBI and go to the law school. I don't know what the law school is. Research is fun for me. I think that can be debunked very easily just because, you know, she has proven that she doesn't actually look into a lot of the topics that she talks about. She just wants to be first to the finish line and first to come out with a video. So I don't really know what research she's talking about. How do you deal with all the hate? You always stay so calm. She said, I have learned a lot over 2 years on YouTube. People can say what they want. It doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it real. It honestly doesn't matter. My life is not what people think, but they can hate me and still watch. Doesn't matter to me. Giving them my energy helps nothing. She does give it her energy, and I think she gives it her energy all day long. As far as people watching a YouTuber and not knowing what their actual real life is like, I think that's 100% true. But I do think that, you know, the issues that come up with Katie are because of things that she makes public and things that she puts onto her YouTube channel or onto Twitter or onto Instagram. So while I don't think that people can sit back and really judge what's going on when the cameras are off, I do think that they can speculate as to what you've made public. And a lot of the things that she has made public have been very problematic, riddled with lies and half-truths, and she posts her opinions as factual evidence, and that is what so many people have problems with. Someone else said, are you afraid of safety, that people you talk about and dig dirt up on will find where you live? She said, my information is public. We have cameras and security. I'm not worried anymore. I think that's a little tricky. Her response is very cookie cutter. You know, oh, we have cameras, so I'm not worried about it. I think that the more logical answer to this question would have been for her to maybe not answer it and maybe think about how she is presenting information on her YouTube channel going forward. Because even if I had security and cameras and the best, you know, security team on the planet, I would still I wouldn't want them to have to deal with anything because I'm being a dirtball online. Okay, the last question that I'm going to read is, someone said, why do you insist on attacking the Duggars? She responded and said, you say attacking, I say exposing a harmful cult and abusive patriarch. You know, I'm not a fan of the Duggars. They've never been entertaining to me. Even the TV show, like long before I knew who Katie Joy was, I didn't care for the TV show. I didn't think it was entertaining. I thought it was very weird and honestly creepy. So when people say, oh, well, I watch her for her Duggars stuff, I've never really understood that because A, she's been proven to not research the stories that she talks about. I just don't see the entertainment value in that. Like, maybe I'm a little out of the loop, but I don't find anything about the Duggars interesting. But I do think that the way that she goes about it is attacking in some ways. I do think that it is very condescending. It's exactly what I said in my video about her being a journalist, not being a journalist. When you are discussing these topics, whether they are sensitive or not sensitive in nature, you are talking about other people's lives. And if you're not able to come to it from a neutral standpoint, I don't think that you can really add any value to talking about the subjects. That's just my personal opinion. I think that it would be better off for her to, you know, take a step back and maybe reevaluate the way that you are presenting information and do a little bit of a better job on actually being neutral in the story that you are presenting your audience, instead of, you know, coming on and having such a it's like she has a vendetta against a lot of people, and that's not what journalism or, you know, being a commentary channel is about. If you actually have a personal vendetta against anyone, even though I've talked about Katie Joy several times on my channel, I have no personal vendetta against her. I'm coming to it from a very neutral standpoint. I'm saying that I don't really think that she respects her platform the way that I would. But I'm not coming to it and saying, you know, just like going off the wall with like the points that I'm making about her. I'm speaking about it in a neutral way, but I'm also, you know, trying to come to it with a level head. The really crazy thing is she loves to brag about how big her channel is. But when you really look at the numbers based, and I've talked about this before, I know, I'm sorry if I'm a broken record, but when you look at her subscriber count versus her view per video, something isn't adding up there. And you could even apply that to a channel smaller, like my size channel. If you're getting... If I'm getting the same amount of views that someone who has 15 or 20,000 subscribers is getting, I think that it's pretty obvious that someone has bought subscribers. I don't understand the whole buying subscribers thing and then trying to pass it off like it's real people. You can also tell a lot with live streams on how many people are watching your live streams. And I'm talking about consistently watching your live streams, you know, not like a one-off thing where you've gotten yourself into some trouble and you have a lot more people watching because they want to see like what's going on. I'm talking about the consistency factor, how many people are actually tuning into your lives. You know, if you take a whole month and you know, take that number and divide it by how many live streams you had, like, let's talk about like actual data. I don't know, I think it's been proven several times that allegedly she has purchased subscribers, and that's just something I really don't understand. So here's something that really, really pissed me off. This actually got me fired up this morning when I read it. Someone has a dog profile on Instagram. Okay, I have a profile for Axel. Like, that's not anything that's unheard of. So someone with this dog profile left Katie a comment and said, "Does Sephora ship fast? Ulta seems to take forever." I don't know what this picture was. I don't know if it was, you know, a bag of makeup. I'm not sure. Katie said, "I was out today. I had a meeting, properly social distance meeting, so I swung by the store. But if you order online, it can be up to a week." And I guess she got another comment, you know, "Hey, why are you shopping in stores? We're supposed to be like not, you know, just gallivanting around." I'm sure it was something along those lines. And Katie said, "You are so sweet to worry. He was with his nurse." Oh, she's talking about her kid. "He gets lots and lots of love. Just because I work doesn't mean he's neglected. I hope you ask men that work the same question." So she's already getting snarky. You know, and the thing is like, she likes to say that she doesn't pay the haters any mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to her. But then you'll catch her in these back and forth battles in comment sections, and it completely just, her argument collapses on itself immediately. Then she said again, "I hope your mom doesn't neglect you, since I see that you are a dog and online all the time. I hope no one calls animal welfare on your mommy because of being judgmental on the internet." You guys, this is completely unacceptable. Now, I don't know if she went through with anything. I don't know if this was just like her way of being like, you know, snarky as she is all the time. However, how dare you put a threat out there to call animal welfare on someone's, you know, on someone who you don't even know. All that they were saying was something about the fact that you're out shopping. Why don't you take a piece of your own advice and let it go? Stop going back and forth with people in comment sections and keep it moving. She's unable to just let it go. And that's why it's so funny when you hear people like Jeffree Star and her, and there's many other YouTubers that do the same exact thing, where they'll say like, oh, the haters don't bother me, they pay my bills, like whatever, I'm not fazed by them. But then you'll consistently see these people going back and forth on Twitter or on Instagram in comment sections, back and forth with people who have an opposing opinion or, you know, maybe a semi-rude comment. Just let it go. If you're actually not worried about them and if their opinion doesn't matter, then why are you threatening to call animal welfare on this person because they had a question? It's absolutely ridiculous. So Annie from 10 to Life called out Without a Crystal Ball last night. That was pretty good. Okay, so I am not going to throw up the screen grab because I don't want this image floating around YouTube any more than it might already be. Katie Joy decided to share this image of private health information, you know, the whole thing with Jeffree Star and his ex-boyfriend going on, and the caption of her picture said, ex-boyfriend began posting DMs and threats from a backup account. He said he has photos of da-da-da on paperwork, then posted a photo. Here's the thing, I don't even want to read the rest of this because it's so disgusting that she would spread this image across social media. This is a great example of her continuing to spread any and every, like anything. It doesn't matter if it's health related, you know, ED, DV, all of these like really dark SA, all of these topics that in my opinion don't belong on YouTube. They don't belong on tea sites and drama channels and all of this kind of stuff. She is putting it right up on her Instagram page. Really gross, just really gross behavior. There are some things that I can look past with Katie because I can say, you know, it's up to her followers to figure her out. But when it comes to things like this, it just really pisses me off. It's so disgusting how it's almost like she's missing a piece of her soul. And I hate to say that because it sounds so dramatic, but in my opinion, someone with an actual soul would look at this and say, well, I don't want to continue to have this floating around the internet. It's very disheartening and extremely sensitive, and it just doesn't need to be spread any more than it already has been. I don't know why she is inserting herself into literally every type of drama. Beauty community, reality TV, the whole teen mom stuff, YouTuber drama. Like, she has to have her hand in every cookie jar because she's so money hungry. It's disgusting. She's just getting caught left and right, dude. You know, and there's this pattern with Katie Joy that every time she starts to get herself into some really hot water, she either has some sort of family emergency or some sort of, you know, traumatic personal story that she all of a sudden feels like she needs to share with her audience. Like, it's tried and tried again. It's not working any longer. I really wish that Here's the thing. I'm not going to sit there and tell people don't watch Katie Joy. That's not my job. I don't care if you watch Katie Joy. However, by watching someone like her, you are supporting someone who steals other people's work, doesn't research the topics that she's discussing. She is mean to her subscribers. She's mean to people on social media who might not even know who she is or that she has a YouTube channel, or they might not even care that she has a fucking YouTube channel. You know, it has been alluded to that she buys her subscribers. So, you know, why would you want to support someone who is living this fraudulent lie on YouTube? Why not support someone who actually does a lot of homework when it comes to the topics that they're discussing? They know what topics should be talked about on YouTube and which ones need to be left to the side. Not everything needs to be on YouTube, and not everything needs to be on YouTube right away. I think that's gotten her in a lot of trouble too, with jumping the gun and wanting to be the first one with the video out on YouTube, and it's filled with half-truths and misinformation and, you know, reading snippets of other people's work, like, all so that she can be the first one to have the video out. It's just bad. And if you're going to support her and you're going to subscribe her and watch all of her videos, then you are supporting someone who is doing all of those things. And in my mind, that's not someone that I would want to support. So here is another comment in one of her YouTube videos. This perfectly encapsulates exactly how Katie Joy handles her channel when it comes to sensitive subject matters. Someone said, "Can you rest about the case? Most of your facts have been proven wrong. It's just exploitation at this point." They're talking about the Sophie case. Katie responds, "Nope. Most of my facts have been proven right. Stop drinking Michael's Kool-Aid. I'm not stopping because it doesn't suit your belief. What he's doing is criminal." And that perfectly encapsulates exactly who she is. It doesn't matter if you are a longtime subscriber and you come to her and say, you know, what you're doing is wrong. It's been proven time and time and time again. It does not matter because you are not paying her bills. The stories that she talks about is paying her bills. And this whole thing with her stupid Teddy Fresh hoodie is just like the most thirsty, pathetic shit I've seen in a really long time. I'll throw up a screen grab so you guys can look at it if you want, but it's just like, I don't know. Some of this is like so pathetic that I don't even care to like talk about it. But the main message that I'm trying to share with anyone who sees this video is just that there are many big things that she's doing that is wrong, and those are the things that we really need to be focused on. You know, the Reddit is great. There are some things that they notice, and I'm just like, that really doesn't even matter. But if you look at the actual big picture, there are so many reasons why she's abusing her platform. And in my personal opinion, I think that it's really great. I think she is allegedly under a monetization review under YouTube or by YouTube. So I don't know what the end result of that will be. However, it wouldn't have been hard to avoid it getting to this point if she would have handled the topics that she's talking about with white gloves and left a lot of things, you know, off the table for discussion. This is not any of your business. Like, these YouTubers who are talking about, you know, Sophie, I understand, okay? Do one, maybe two videos about it. Make them full of factual information and let the courts do their job. That's my opinion. I just don't think that there should be all of these live streams and all of these videos talking about all of these little details when, you know, the court case hasn't even happened yet. That's one of the big differences. Like, some people might say, oh, well, there's channels on YouTube that talk about court cases of, you know, kids that have gone missing or, you know, perished untimely or, you know, whatever. However, those are cases that have already gone through the court system. Many of those cases are 5, 10, 15, 30 years old. They've already gone through due process. This situation is happening in real time. So can we just let the courts, you know, do their job without YouTubers coming on live streams every 5, you know, minutes? Like, I don't know. I'm just tired of it, honestly. Do a couple videos, make sure that it's full of factual information, and let the courts do their job. She put out a tweet, "I'm so tired of these multi-channel networks in my DMs and sending contracts, scams. I'm sure that there's a lot of networks that want to work with Katie Joy." She is just like unbelievable, dude. Sophie is an actress. I was told by family friends she's really talented and takes classes. Like, shut the up. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to be about it for the ones that I'm going to read today. Maybe I'll do this again on a different Reddit page. I also follow the anti-MLM Reddit page. I also follow the Beauty Guru Chatter Reddit page. So there's a few that I follow. Maybe I'll skim them and see if there's stuff that I want to share with you guys. But I did want to talk about this tonight just because, you know, I talk about YouTubers. That's something that I do sometimes on my channel, okay? And it's not going to stop. And, you know, I'm not going to make it a super consistent thing where I talk about YouTubers. There's other stuff that I'm really passionate about over talking about YouTubers. But I do think that when you're choosing to support someone like Katie Joy or like Nick Avocado or, you know, even like Nikita Dragon, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, like these quote unquote problematic YouTubers who everyone talks about and everyone picks apart, Tana Mojo, in a way, you are co-signing on their behavior. So if you're supporting Katie Joy, you're co-signing on this really out of control shit that she does. In my opinion, that's what you're doing. Maybe not everyone will look at it like that, but that is what I see from it. You are saying, I am subscribed to this person, so I am okay with the way that they're handling their channel. Now, if you come and say, well, I subscribe to them, but I'm not okay with what they're doing, find someone else to watch instead. That's what I would recommend doing. There are so many other YouTube channels that talk about these reality TV shows and commentary and drama stuff, but they actually put the work in. So that's what I always ask myself. If you're watching this channel, wouldn't you at least want to know that what you're listening to has been looked into, even if it's just a little bit? I'm not saying everything has to be 100% facts, but why listen to it if it hasn't even been looked into at all, just so that she can be the first one with the video out to exploit really, really sensitive subject matters? It's disgusting, in my personal opinion. So anyway, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Leave your thoughts down below. If you liked the video, please leave me a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.